what's up? So obviously I just got a tattoo. I was going to ask if I could vlog in there, but I didn't have anybody to go with me. My husband had would have gone with me, except for we didn't have a babysitter, and I really wanted to get it today because it's my last day off for the weekend. So I just went by myself, and if I had somebody with me, I would have had them vlog, but I didn't really want to ask somebody at the shop to do that, just because, like, I don't know them that well yet, so I always feel awkward, and I don't want to bother them, you know. I don't want to, like, distract them. I don't know. I, like, feel bad doing that. So yeah, I'm just going home now. So it was a good experience. That dude is really nice. His name is Ray, and he's over here in San Antonio by La Cantera Mall. His shop is called Family Tradition Inc. And really nice guys in there. And Ray actually is the guy who did my husband's sleeve. He did like almost a full, like, my husband had a couple of pieces on there, and he filled in the entire rest of it. Yeah, the other guy that I was getting tattooed by here in San Antonio actually ended up moving to San Marcos, which is, I had a vlog like way back a while ago. I went with my cousin to get tattooed, and we had traveled to San Marcos to see him because that's where he moved to, but it's just too far to be like driving there every time for a tattoo. And then actually I had like messaged him about another tattoo idea, and like he didn't message me back, so I was like kind of salty. I was like, okay, fine, you know, I'll just like find another tattoo artist. But I was so nervous for this tattoo, you guys. Like, I'm usually not that nervous. Like, I'm more excited than anything, and I get a little bit of anxiety, but it's from the excitedness, not so much like scared. Like, I'm never scared, but it's just like I'm so excited that I'm like anxious, you know. But I was like super anxious because, I mean, like, getting something on your collarbone like this, like on your chest, it's like a big commitment. It's right there in the front for the whole world to see, and I've been wanting one for a long time, and I just hadn't done it yet because I really wanted to get my sleeve done before I started doing anything else. Like, I know the last tattoos I got were on the other side, but that was because I wanted to get my son's tattoo matching with my daughter's, and then I ended up getting my wedding ring as well, and just another little script. That's actually my first piece of script tattoo right here that I just got, like, I don't know, when my son was born, a month after my son was born or something like that. And so this is my second script tattoo, and I love it. I love the way it came out. So I know you guys can't probably see a clear view of it, but I'll show you a clear view later on in the vlog. It'll probably be another day. But it says, with pain comes strength. And I don't want to get all mushy-gushy because I really kind of don't like explaining the meanings of my tattoo in depth to people, because they're for me and they're not really for people. Yes, they look good. Yes, people can see them, and I love the way that it looks. Like, I love my aesthetic, but the meaning of them is for me. So it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, it's just a little quote that I wanted to get. I love the meaning behind it. I love what it says, and it's very fucking true. And yeah, so I just thought it would look really awesome on my collarbone. Like, I just thought, I love the way that looks. I think it looks nice with my roses, and then when I have like a finished sleeve, I think it's just gonna complement it really nicely. And you know, I was kind of bored with getting arm tattoos. I have almost all arm tattoos. Like, the only ones that are not on my arms are the one on the back of my spine, like the back of my neck, and then the one on my shoulder blade right here, and that's it. Those are like behind me, you know. So I just really wanted something different, and this will really change my look. Like adding this, because it's so like right up front for everybody to see, it really changes my aesthetic, and I love the way that it looks. Like, y'all, when I was young, when I was like a teenager, in my head I knew the way that I wanted to look one day, and I didn't know if I would ever get, you know, to be what I envisioned to be. And now I feel like I'm finally becoming what I wished I could be when I was young, and it's like a really awesome feeling. I mean, I'm happy with the way my body looks. You know, I have these tattoos that I love, that I've always wanted, and you know, I like the style that I'm wearing now, the clothes that I'm wearing now. I love my hair color, my piercings. I don't know, like, I'm just like loving my aesthetic lately, and I'm not trying to be vain or anything like that, but you have to understand, like, if you're like me, which I'm sure like a lot of people are the same like me, like when you're young, if you just weren't really gifted in the looks department, and you were awkward, and you couldn't find, like, you knew what you thought looked good, and you knew what you wish you could be, but it just wouldn't portray like that. And it's like, you know, it's frustrating. And like, I always dream to look very similar to this, but more tattooed. I definitely want to be more heavily tattooed. But I'm just like so happy, because, you know, I'm like 27, and damn, I'm finally happy with the way I look at 27. That's sad that happens for people. Sometimes it happens even later. You know, and sometimes in high school, there's like those girls who were already pretty and already had it all, and they looked the way that, you know, most people wish they looked. And then sometimes they lose that, and that was their high, and I feel like that was their peak, and then they fall down. And I don't know, like, I feel like I did not peak in high school at all. I was so awkward and so weird looking, you guys. I didn't have an exact style per se, like, but I knew who I was inside. And like, now I feel like I'm coming into my own. Like, you know, I've been coming into my own for the last like 7 years, but you know, I feel the closest and the truest to it right now. Like, I'm getting there. I'm almost what I want to be. I need breast implants next. Like, honestly, I'm working on it. Like, I really, really am. That is a goal of mine, is to get breast implants within the next like 2 years, hopefully. I want them so bad. Like, I've been wanting them for a very, very long time, and like, I know it's like controversial. I know like some people don't approve of that or whatever, but to each his own. And obviously I'm not about the naturalness. I mean, look at me. Like, I have tattoos, I have piercings, I have colored hair, and I love makeup. So obviously I'm not about like super naturalist, like natural stuff, you know. Not that I want to be totally fake, but I think modifying your body to shape it the way that you want, I think that's freaking beautiful. I think that's like really fucking cool that you can do that, you know? Because like, if I had to be born into what I was, and I couldn't change it or shape myself, you know, any way that I thought was like my like most attractive, like what I want to see when I look in the mirror, I just feel like I'd be super sad, you know? So I think it's really cool that we can do that. It's a little scary. Like, I have to admit, I'm like, I would be so scared to go under, but it is 2017, and you know, medicine these days is really good, and lots of people get it done, so I'm sure that it's good as long as I do my research and find a really good doctor. I'm not gonna go to Mexico. You know how some people go to Mexico for plastic surgery? I think that's crazy. You get what you pay for, and I firmly believe that. So I already started researching in San Antonio the best plastic surgeons that we have here, because it's just realistic for me to stay around here. Honestly, you're gonna have consultations, and you're gonna have to like have checkups with them and all that, and it would just be easier if it was where I lived. So as much as like, if I was rich, I would literally fly myself out to LA to get the best doctor possible, and I would stay in a lush hotel and recover. But that ain't reality, okay? That's a dream. But anyways, I did find a male plastic surgeon here that has a 5-star rating, so I'm gonna go get a consultation from him eventually. Like, I want to just start the process of getting the consultation, talking to them, me telling them what I'm looking for, and then them telling me what they think and all that, and sizes and costs. Like, I don't know. It's crazy because it's like, I know that I'm not like made of money, and I know I'm always on a budget, so it's like, how can you go and get breast implants? But it's a quality of life thing, man. Like, I've been unhappy with my breasts since I got them. Like, since I got them as a teenager, they were not like I thought they were supposed to be. Like, I don't know. They're not like, I guess, they're just not like, me, I just don't like them. It's not for other people. I mean, obviously, I'm married, and my husband didn't have a problem with them, because if he did, why would he marry me? So it's about me. Like, I want to look in the mirror naked, and I want to like everything about me. So I guess that's just what it is. You know, they're like sagging down. I've said it before, and that's because of age, and then also because I've had 2 children, and also because I have fluctuated in my weight for basically my entire life. I've been fat and thinner and fat and thinner and fat and thinner. So that has a lot to do with the elasticity, not holding on around here, you know. But yeah, that's my dream, is to one day get breast implants. Oh my god, I can't wait until it happens. I can't wait. But you can do a payment plan, so I feel like that's probably what I'll do, because I'm willing to, once my car's paid off, like, I can afford another payment plan, and it would be worth it for me on an everyday basis, to have them and have to pay every month than to not have them, you know, just my quality of life. But yeah, that was a long rant. I'm super excited about my tattoo. I'm so excited. I love the way it looks. I love that even when I wear straps, it's like right in the middle, and you'll be able to see everything. Because I had considered getting something on my clavicle, just like off to the side, very like feminine and dainty like, but I was like, you know, I think it might bother me that it's like off center, and what if I wanted like an actual chest piece one day? Like, I don't know what I would do in the future. I don't want to like, so if you just got something on the side here, it'd be hard to get a chest piece later in the future. It would definitely hinder you from getting a nice symmetrical chest piece, and I don't know what I'm gonna want in the future. So I was like, you know, as cute as it looks, I know me, and I always want more. I always want more tattoos. Like, it's never enough what I have, you know what I mean? I'm just addicted. I really am. And since I was young, I wanted to be covered in tattoos, so I don't want to like take away any chances of me future wanting some piece, you know, those chest pieces that they go down kind of and dip down into the boobs, and it looks really, really pretty. I didn't want to like ruin any chances of possibly wanting that in the future, but I also I love the way this looks in the middle. It almost gives the effect like I'm wearing a necklace or something. Is that weird? I don't know. It's like a decoration, décolletage. Like, I'm loving it. I'm so excited. I feel like I already have new ideas. Like, guys, I already have an album in my head anyways of things that I know that I want to get in the future. Like, I have probably 5 tattoos in an album in my head of like, you know, whenever I get money, this is what I get. I'll just decide then, because I've been wanting them all for so long. I just kind of like, whatever I have money for, I just kind of like pick one, see how much it is, and I go get it, because I know that I've been wanting it for forever. But I'm already thinking like of adding on some little like flowers on the shoulders, maybe like those traditional style little cutesy flowers with the leaves. That would be cute, like on my shoulders. And I kind of want like a throat tattoo. Is that weird? I mean, that could possibly really hinder my job status. But thankfully where I work now, we're allowed to have tattoos. You just can't have them on your neck. You can have them on your chest. You just can't have them on your neck and your face. That's the only rule where I work right now. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you, I took the wrapping off to like let it dry, because it gets all gross and gooey when you leave the plastic wrap on too long. But here's how she looks. With pain comes strength. I wanted something super feminine and dainty, not too small but also not too big. And I'm also going to be elaborating with some flowers on my shoulders here. So yeah, I really like it. I love the way it came out. I love that it's not too hard looking, not too like gangster looking, and you know, still feminine and all that. But I'm actually on my way to Walmart right now. I need to go get wipes because we are out of baby wipes, and I'm gonna get ice cream for the fam. So oh my gosh, it's already itchy. Literally walking in this store with like the air hitting it, it's like itchy. I think I need to put something on it to moisturize. So I haven't been wanting to address this, but I think I need to just address it now. I don't know, I've just been like dreading talking about it for some reason, but I guess now is just as good as any to just kind of like add it to this vlog. I will no longer be doing the ketogenic diet, and I haven't talked about this on any of my social medias yet. Only a couple of close family members and like friends really know what happened. But on July 3rd, I had a long day. I was running errands all day long with the family, and I was filming videos and, you know, taking care of my kids, and I just got caught up in the day, and basically I was like malnourished that day. I know that I'm like positive I only drank 4 ounces of water. I drank 3 coffees though, you know, which is dehydrating. Caffeine is dehydrating. And then I had only had a small amount of food that day, like the size of my palm was all the food that I had in the day. Then later, and I felt fine though, like I felt fine. Nothing felt wrong with me. I was just so busy and just so caught up in the day that I like forgot to take care of myself, really. So I come home at night from shopping, because I was shopping and running errands with my family. Then my kids started to get fussy, so what we did was they went home, Mike and the kids, and he was like, you know, why don't you go finish shopping, because I really wanted to find bras that fit me, because I was so uncomfortable in the bras that I had. I was like, I need to find bras today. Like, I can't end this search until I have found bras. So he's like, well, if you want to continue shopping, that's cool, and I'll just go home with the kids and I'll feed them some dinner and give them a bath, and you can finish your shopping. So I finally found my bras, and then I was going home. It was about 7:30 that I started heading home, and then around 8 o'clock was when I was like, you know, I got home, I put my things down, I changed into comfy clothes and all that, and I was like, dang, like, we need to eat dinner, like, we haven't eaten dinner. So I start making my dinner, and the next thing you know, I am sitting on the couch. I'm standing up in the kitchen making my dinner, and the next thing I know is I'm sitting on the couch, and my husband is trying to wake me up and say, Christian, I need you to look at me. Christian, please look at me. Open your eyes. Like, calm down. It's gonna be okay. And I was so confused. I did not know what was happening. I was like blurry. It was like a blurry tunnel vision. I just was like, why is he being so serious right now? What's wrong? Why is he acting like this? Like, why is he waking me up? I'm trying to sleep. Like, what is he doing? You know? And I was like, what are you doing? I'm sleeping. Stop. Why are you waking up? Why are you waking me up? Like, what? What's wrong? And he was like, are you really? You don't know? And I was like, what? And he's like, you literally just fainted. You literally just passed out on the kitchen floor on tile. And I guess, you know, I was unconscious. Like, I had no idea what had happened. And I didn't feel any pain, so I was like, calm down, I'm fine. He's like, no, we need to call an ambulance. I was like, no, we don't be crazy. His mom came over and kind of like helped us like calm down and talk about the situation. We kind of like went through the day. What did I do wrong? What could this be from? I should have gone to the doctors right then and there, but I didn't want to because I felt fine. But I was in shock. I couldn't feel the pain of me falling because I was in shock. But anyway, and let me make this quick and I'll elaborate later, but I gotta go inside and bring this ice cream in. So yes, I'm eating carbs and I'm eating sugar again because long story short, I did end up going to the emergency room the next day on July 4th, and they told me that I had a lack of potassium and I was extremely dehydrated. They put an IV in me and they gave me 2 bags of saline. And they did a CAT scan and they did a the heart one. I forget what it's called, but yeah. So I'm let me just go inside now, and then I'll definitely like elaborate tomorrow. I will talk a little bit more about it. Hey guys, so I just wanted to finish up explaining what I started talking about in the vlog yesterday. So yeah, I'm no longer going to be doing the ketogenic diet, and that is because the doctor told me that it is very dangerous to do that diet without a doctor watching me, and especially because that escalated so quickly, it just wasn't safe for me to continue. And she basically told me your brain and your heart run off of glucose and glucose alone, and I depleted all of my supply of glucose. And because I didn't have potassium in my system, because usually your body has a backup of glucose to run off of in your muscles, but you need potassium to store the glucose in your muscles. So when you don't have the potassium, you can't store it for later. So I literally just had nothing for my two most important organs to run off of, my heart and my brain. So literally when I fainted, that was a reaction of basically my body could not go anymore. It couldn't keep living and doing what it was doing. Not living, because I didn't die obviously, but it couldn't keep on going with no gas. There was no gas in the car. I was running on fumes. Even though I didn't really feel like I was running on fumes, I was. And that's why I kind of just shut down and I just fainted. So I ended up getting a hematoma on the back of my head. I had a CAT scan. Thankfully, there was no brain bleeding. Thankfully, there's no fracture. I just had a very large bump, and it's going to go away over time. It's just tender back there. And it could have been very bad. I'm just so thankful that I'm okay. And yeah, so I've been eating carbs and I've been eating sugar and I feel great. But I'm just having some, you know, like mental issues with it, because like I already struggled with my body, which is why I started doing a diet, and then I plateaued, and that's when I found the ketogenic diet. And I really thought that I was doing the best thing for my body, but I guess I wasn't. I think I took it to the extreme, and I know that it can be done correctly, and I thought I did all my research, and I did, and I knew that it could be dangerous. to be low on potassium, and I knew that it was a potential risk to get low on potassium on this diet, and that I really had to keep track of it, which is why every day I would have half an avocado, I would have spinach, and I would take a multivitamin every day just to make sure that I had all the vitamins and, you know, stuff that I needed in my body in case I didn't get it from my food. I knew that. But when I went to Houston, it was so like off schedule. That was the first time I got off track on the ketogenic diet, and I didn't have my vegetables with me. We were eating hotel breakfast, eating out, and I couldn't really eat the way I wanted to eat. And then when I came back, I didn't really get back on track. I was just eating so low of carbs that she was like, the amount of carbs that you're eating is like so dangerous, and it actually can make your hair fall out when you eat under 20 carbs a day. Guys, like, I was tracking my macros when I got back, and I literally didn't even make it to 10 carbs a day. Like, and I wasn't trying, which is so, that's why it's like literally such a shock to me, is because I wasn't, I wasn't like consciously trying to have like 5 carbs a day, but I guess I had gotten like way too good at finding meals and ways to eat without having any carbs, that I just was like not having any. Basically, I had my spinach, but that's about it. I actually didn't even want to eat other vegetables because I was like, oh, like, you know, other vegetables have too much carbs, I don't want to eat them. So I would really just limit myself to zucchini and spinach because they're so low carb. But it's like, that's stupid that if you're taking vegetables out of your diet because they have too many carbs, like, you've gotten too far. Like, obviously I'm having some mental struggles, and I kind of like, I just took it too far. So I would strongly suggest that if you're going to continue on the ketogenic diet, that you just watch out for your potassium, stay hydrated, and, you know, get regular checkups from your primary care doctor. I don't think there's anything wrong with the ketogenic diet. I really don't. But I personally will not continue it because that was just scary for me. And my doctor also said that it's very easy for young people to possibly have a heart attack on this diet. And she was like, when young people have heart attacks, there is no time to call the ambulance. It's over. You just die. She was like, so when you're older, older people, when they have heart attacks, they have a backup system. Our body knows to have this backup system to run different arteries or something to the heart. I can't remember how she said it, but when we're young, we don't have that backup system, so there is no time to call the ambulance. Like, you have a heart attack, you're done when you're young. So, and when I say older, I mean like 60s and stuff like that. So 50s, 60s. Bless you. So that was a huge wake-up call. Obviously my husband, my close family members, and some close friends, I told them the story, and everybody was just like, Christian, you need to stop. Just stop the diet. Please just stop. Please. You're scaring us. And I was like, all right. I'm getting too psycho with trying to lose all this weight, and I need to just relax. So I ate carbs. I'm still eating carbs. I am not going crazy. Like, the first couple days, I did go crazy. I ate an entire entree of chicken pad thai. I had a packet of Pop-Tarts. I had like cookies and brownies and ice cream and, you know, everything under the sun for the first couple days. And I was like, that's okay. Everybody was telling me, that's okay, Christian, that's okay. And because I was just like really struggling, like, gosh, I'm gonna get fat again. I'm gonna blow up all over again. I'm gonna have to lose all this weight all over again. I can't be fat again. I can't do it. I can't. And they just kept telling me, Christian, that's not going to happen. You will not let that happen. My husband was basically like, you know, right now you're trying to heal, so you need to just eat stuff that makes you happy. You know, if you want cookies and you want ice cream, you know, eat it. And then we'll have our vegetables and our proteins at dinner. And I told him, I was like, I just don't know how to not count my macros and not be on a diet. Like, I don't know how to do it anymore. Like, even though I was only on the ketogenic diet for 1 month, it felt like my life got taken over by it, and I don't know, I didn't know what it was like to not be ketogenic. And I know that sounds stupid, but like, it was just like my whole life. And I don't know if it came across that way on social media, but in real life it was. And when I told my family members and my friends like how strict I was, they kind of like didn't realize it was happening right under their noses, that I was literally having like 4 carbs in one day, 5 carbs in a day, and that's it. And they just didn't realize like the severity of it. And I didn't realize the severity. I thought I was being like the healthiest person I could be. I thought I was doing the best thing for my body, but I guess I just wasn't. I don't know. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with the ketogenic diet at all. I think when it's done correctly, it's totally fine. But, you know, I messed up. I was too strict. I made the wrong decisions, and I didn't do it correctly. And I suffered for that. And now I'm not going to do it again because that scared me shitless. I hated scaring my husband like that. I hated that he had to worry about me. He thought I was having a seizure. He thought he wasn't going to have a conversation with me again. I mean, I know it seems like, oh, whatever, you fainted, like, shit happens, people faint, but I felt like dead weight fell on tile, guys. I mean, it was more than just a faint. Like, a lot of things could have gone wrong, and thankfully they didn't. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'm blabbering, and my ego is hurt. I'm embarrassed that I endangered myself like that, especially when I had done the research and known what I needed to be doing, but I literally slipped up. 8 days I slipped up and I didn't take care of myself, and that's what happened. I don't know. Just be careful, you guys. Do your research. Ask your doctor for help if you feel any type of way, if you feel too tired, if you feel not right. You know, just go see your doctor. That's all I can say. Good luck to everybody. Be safe. Please be safe. Yeah, so things will be changing. Obviously, I'm no longer going to be making keto updates, and obviously what you're going to see on Snapchat and on here of what I'm eating is going to be completely different. I actually don't think I'm going to be documenting any weight loss stuff for a while. I don't know. I am not going to be updating you guys on my weight for a while. I don't even know if ever again. I don't know. I need to heal myself inside. I need to heal up here in my head, because I think I have some like, maybe like a minor case of body dysmorphia. And I want to work on being happy with who I am, no matter if I'm not what I wish I could be in my mind. I just want to be happy with what I've done so far. I've lost 50 plus pounds, and that's something to celebrate. And I'm not gonna just be hard on myself because I'm eating carbs now, and I might bloat a little bit more. Carbs make you bloat, and I might gain a couple pounds because I haven't eaten carbs in so long, and now I'm eating carbs, and I can't beat myself up for it. So I deleted my macro counting app, and I also asked my husband to hide the scale for me, because I don't want to be controlled by the scale anymore. I'm so sick of it. I can't do this to myself. It's sickening. I don't want to think about it anymore. I just want to do my best to have a healthy balance of eating good, whole, healthy foods, and then also indulging a tiny bit of the time like I used to do. That's how I'm gonna live my life. And I'm gonna intuitively eat. I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I won't eat when I'm not hungry, and that's just what I'm gonna do for now. So just wanted to update you guys on that. And I apologize if some of you are subscribed to me to follow my ketogenic journey, and I apologize for that. I would love for you to stick around because I still have other great content to give to you guys. If you like beauty or fashion or vlogs or, you know, all that random stuff, definitely stick around. But if you were only interested in the ketogenic aspect of it, I completely understand if you unsubscribe. But I just wanted to explain that to you guys, and I hadn't really talked about it or addressed it. So there is that. And with that, I think I'm going to end this vlog because I'm pretty positive it is like a million years long. And I apologize for that. But if you made it to the end of this video, I seriously from the bottom of my heart appreciate you. And it literally warms my heart. Like, tell me down below if you watched this entire video, because like, you are a sweetheart. Seriously, such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.